Once people understand that and can have a more relaxed approach and understand how they can go out for dinner with their friends, their family, their loved ones, and enjoy a meal out and enjoy a couple of beers with the boys, watching football, etc., dieting just becomes so much more sustainable and more relaxed for people when we understand we don't have to do it every single day. I am a personal trainer and online coach. Healthy to me is a combination of all aspects of health, so physical and mental together, adding in the nutrition side of things as well, but it requires all three of them to be quite harmonious to have true health, which quite often we call deep health. I started off as a teacher in a college at quite a young age. I was 19 when I started teaching. As with fitness, it's one of the few areas that you are qualified to teach to the level that you're actually qualified in. So once I'd done my personal training course and I went on to do my, what was called my certificate in education to teach in a college, I could then teach level 3 personal trainers and level 2 gym instructors. I'd found that that was too restrictive and I didn't like following a syllabus, and in a long roundabout way ended up coming back to personal training because I found that was the way that I could educate people and help people the most. So fitness, unfortunately, is quite subjective, and it requires you to focus your attention towards being fit in whatever aspect you need it to be. So for example, if you need to get better at running, you need to run. If you need to get better at lifting weights, you need to get lifting weights. But for general people, we should be focusing on strength training, resistance training, 2 to 3, 4 maybe times a week, adding in some cardiovascular work as well for heart health and for general health. But again, you should be getting a wide spectrum. Find something that you enjoy, because if you don't enjoy it, then there's no chance that it's going to become part of your day-to-day life. And the first thing that people do when they try to get fit is they start running. And running for a lot of people is no good, but that could be something as simple as going for a walk every day down by the seaside, or going for a walk on your lunch break, or anything that you find enjoying that just gets you moving more and more on a daily basis. But it can be literally anything: gardening, house cleaning, cleaning your car, anything. When it comes to fat loss, most people are generally on the right path and on the right track, just maybe with a little bit of misinformation. It's so difficult with all the information that's been put out there over the years, newspapers, medias, that everyone's very confused. So the first thing that I like to do is try to get a bit more clarity and make things very simple for people. That normally is very easy to do, and as you find that people start to be a little bit more aware of what they're eating, so I normally ask people to do a food diary just for a couple of weeks. That allows me to see what they're doing on a daily basis in terms of their eating habits that pre-exist. We can then break down and work together where we can make that maybe a little bit more suited towards fat loss. Maybe we could start working then on a few habits which are creating the problem and start working towards losing weight for them. But I like to make sure, and I really emphasize this to all of my clients, that you don't have to diet every day. And this is something that people really need to get out of the habit of, is that people are all or nothing. We're either dieting and that consumes their life. But I like people to understand that actually we don't have to diet every single day of every year, and that can work in what we call phasic dieting, where there will be periods where you don't need to diet, and actually maintaining your weight with new habits that you've built is a win, and that's as good as losing weight in that time frame. Once people understand that and can have a more relaxed approach and understand how they can go out for dinner with their friends, their family, their loved ones, and enjoy a meal out and enjoy a couple of beers with the boys, watching football, etc., dieting just becomes so much more sustainable and more relaxed for people when we understand we don't have to do it every single day. There's many different avenues you can take, but they all end up in the same destination, and that's what you get with diet. So keto, paleo, vegan, anything that you're going to go down, if that's for fat loss, the end goal is going to be that you're in a caloric deficit, and it doesn't matter how you achieve that. That is what is required for fat loss, and that's fact. We know that. That's energy balance. That works. And all I'd say to people is find the one that works best for you with your lifestyle, that you don't feel overly restricted, that allows you to live your life and still end up in that calorie deficit and reach your goals, but without feeling like you're attached to particular one thing. Because people might find they change their mind, people might find that some things work for a short period of time and then they don't work anymore, and they may switch. So just find the one that allows you to sustain your diet long enough to reach your goals.